Dolphin fans, what is going on? Mitchell Rentz here from Chat Sports, and today's show presented by Manscaped. I want everyone to head on over to manscaped.com and use promo code DOLPHINS to save 20% on the best male grooming products out there. Plus, you're going to get free shipping. It's hot as balls in Miami, and if your balls are sweating, man, you don't want to be that guy. Use the ball toner, use the ball deodorant, take care of all that good stuff. Manscaped.com, promo code DOLPHINS. Dolphins Today episode is around the Miami Dolphins UDFA signings after the 2021 NFL draft. So as soon as the draft ended, I did a tally. They had 84 players, and normally you can only sign 6 guys to the 90-man roster. But they have room for 7 players because of the 1 extra for the international pathway exemption before the cut. So let's just keep that in mind here. The first player that the Dolphins ended up signing, Robert Jones, 6'5", 335-pounder from Chicago, Illinois. He's an offensive tackle from Middle Tennessee State. When I look at my round grades on him, I actually had a 6th round grade on him, which to me says that he should have been drafted. Now, there was a lot of players that end up sliding down the NFL, draft boards. I think it's just because of the year of COVID. A lot of times you couldn't see what they were doing on tape, this and that, this and that. So what I want to be able to do here is give you the strengths, the weaknesses on all these players to really just give you a little bit more background information. So he's only 22 years old. In 2020, allowed 5 hurries. 2019, allowed a sack, a hit, and 7 hurries. He's kind of like this gap/power guard, which is kind of which he could technically transition to in the National Football League. He might need 2 years to actually become somewhat of a reliable backup/starter in this league. He's got the power, really, really thick thighs, which is something that you like to see, especially at this position. Has good power, more of a run blocker in his game, better fit either on the outside or on the inside as a guard. He's an okay athlete for his size. The 4.884 shuttle, which is okay. 18 starts at right tackle. Moving inside in the NFL, though, could be a potential way that he sticks around in the league a little bit. Lunges a little bit too much, which is how he ends up getting beat. That's my analysis on Robert Jones, who I do actually think could actually make in this Miami team's final roster. All right, y'all, if you're looking for the best news and rumors around your team, go ahead and hit that big red button that says subscribe. I just felt like I had to just say, you hitting that? Are you hitting that? Because with this mustache, you better be hitting that. So go on down to that link below, youtube.com/DolphinsNews, because I understand that it's May. I get that it's June. I get that it's July, but if you want coverage around your favorite team, don't be that fan that loses it in the offseason. You want to know what's going on? This is the channel to keep you up to date. Almost daily videos every single day, and the more subscribers we get on this channel, the more videos we can do. So my last question again, you hitting that? All right, the next player we're going to be bringing up here on the Dolphins UDFA signings, I got Jerome Johnson, defensive tackle from Indiana, 6'3", 304-pounder from Basefield. Wow, what is MS? Totally drawing a blank. Mississippi, 2020, 18 tackles, 4 sacks. It's been a long week, y'all. It's been a long week. Some of his strengths, wide and base through contact, which you like to see. He's got an effective use of his hands and his weight to shift back to beat some solid blockers. Well-timed spin counter to get off blocks to tackle. A good effort. You're looking for guys that have good effort, especially as a UDFA signing. Above average short area foot quickness. Surprising closing burst. This is going to be one of those dudes who you're like, okay, I can maybe, scramble to the right, and then all of a sudden, he's got you wrapped up around the legs. Some of the weaknesses, high cut body with thin ankles. What does that mean? A big dude on top. He's got those skinny ankles down below. Gets cut off too often due to slow read and react. Unable to keep his pad square to the line. And he was absolutely just ripped apart by the Ohio State front, which, it's obvious they got a good front, right? They're the Buckeyes. Shed power is slightly below average. A little stiff sometimes in trying to really get under the tacklers, but Jerome Johnson, 6'3", 304-pounder defensive tackle from Indiana. All right, y'all, Manscaped is today's sponsor, and if you're looking to save 20% off and get free shipping on the Lawnmower 3.0 or some of the best male grooming products on the market, this is the place to do it. So on Chat Sports Live show yesterday, I had to shave my face, and I literally did it on air. Luckily, the blade didn't cut me whatsoever. I was showing people yesterday that it wouldn't cut your hand either. It's an awesome 8-hour battery life. You can use it in the shower. There's also a small bit of vibration, which is clutch, because I don't know if you've used some razors. It almost sounds like this crazy electric toothbrush. No, this thing you barely hear whatsoever. A light at the end of the tunnel. That way you can get into those hard-to-reach places. But the reason why their one product is called the perfect package, it's simple. If you use all the products in the perfect package, your package is going to look perfect. So go to manscaped.com, use that promo code Dolphins. I'm going to put it in the comments, and it's going to be in the description. And as I stated when I started this video out, try the ball toner, try the ball deodorant. You won't regret it. It actually might be some of my favorite products out there because, let's face it, you go to work, go to school, you're walking around, I guarantee you're sweating down there. Do me a favor, put your hand down there, smell it. If it doesn't smell good, go to manscaped.com, promo code Dolphins. Next player here on the Miami Dolphins UDFA tracker, I got Carl Tucker, tight end / fullback for Alabama last year, 6'2", 248-pounder. His career numbers, 36 catches, 549 yards, 4 touchdowns. All of those stats, though, they are from when he used to play at North Carolina. So this guy was actually in college football for 6 years. So he went to North Carolina, first redshirted, then played 4 years there, and then got that extra year. So then the 5th year at Alabama, where he actually didn't have a single catch this past season. His best chance to make a NFL roster is either as a fullback, in my personal opinion, or as like this swing tight end, but probably as a special teams player. Now, he can be a personnel like protector in terms of punt return, so if he's going to be a good blocker, because that's what he's going to be able to bring to a football team. He played in 7 games with 4 starts for Bama before the injuries limited his availability. Tucker was utilized, though, as a tight end back at North Carolina. I don't see that's the way the Dolphins use him, especially after drafting a guy like Hunter Long. You have Mike Gesicki. You wanted to bring back somebody like Adam Shaheen to a 1-year contract. It's not going to be an easy road for him to make this team, but he's a tough dude. He's a good blocker, and with the right coaching, he could find his way on special teams. All right, y'all, I want you to go out and shout out your city. Go down there in the comments section and let me know. We're located in Dallas, Texas, Chat Sports is, but I believe in 2 weeks, what's today? May 2nd, I'm going to be in Miami, Florida, and funny enough, in about 2 weeks from now. So if anybody's watching these videos, if anybody wants to go out and grab a beer with me, I'm always down to go ahead and do it. I think in the exact location is going to be somewhere around Fort Lauderdale. Don't quote me on that. I kind of just did a spur-of-the-moment trip with my girlfriend, so she's probably going to be the party planner committee. But if you guys could, shout out your city. I'm curious where you guys are watching from, and if you want to hit me up, grab a beer, hey, I'm always down to have a good time. All right, the last player that we're going to be breaking down here is Jaytlin Askew, 5'11", 185-pound cornerback from Georgia Tech. In terms of strength, okay, I got a coordinated athlete with good footwork and balance, which is obviously something that you're looking for in a corner. Heady cover player with above-average feel and anticipation in space. He's got good awareness and trusts his eyes, which is something that you want to be able to find in terms of locating the ball. Average straight line speed, which is something that can hurt him a little bit, because the one thing that I do worry about in terms of average straight line speed, and then sometimes maybe he'll like overcommit, this is when guys get burnt. And if you get burnt in college, the chances are you're going to get burnt too in the National Football League. The issue for him is if he does try to end up going in the slot, which is probably end up where he's going to have to play, he's going to have to deal with Jalen Waddle. He might have to deal with a guy like Will Fuller. That's a pretty bad matchup for Askew. So if he can handle some of those guys okay, we'll see how he does. But he's struggled in college against guys with some elite speed, and it doesn't really get too much more elite than Jalen Waddle. But 5'11", 185-pounder, again, couldn't really play too much this year because of some of the COVID and some injury issues. But Jaytlin Askew, he was the last player so far that the Dolphins signed as a UDFA. So out of those 4 players there, which guy excites you the most? Which is the player that you're like, you know what? This is the dude that I think could make an impact on this football team. I want you to go down in the comments section right now and let me know. For me, it's actually pretty simple. The dude that has the best chance to make the roster, it's Robert Jones. He's the one that I believe actually has the most talent on this team. And in terms of really being able to fit your way onto a team, sometimes offensive line is the way to do it. Plus, with all of his versatility, I had a round 6 grade on him. But if you disagree with me, it's all good. That's what our shows here at Chat Sports are all about. Go down in the comments and let me know which UDFA excites you the most.